Since I am mainly looking at video games that may be suitable for people who have never really played video games before, I thought it might be time to look back at the discoveries and moments and more associated with specific games I've played in my life. This is a series I'm calling Gaming Memories. Memories of console games, not PC games, I played before getting a Nintendo 64 are somewhat vague or limited. I certainly do remember the old Sonic games. At least one of my cousins had a Super Nintendo with games such as Donkey Kong Country, but that's pretty much it. However, if there's one memory that easily sticks out in my mind from back then, is playing Super Mario World. It is quite possible the Super Nintendo, or SNES, is the first video game home console I ever played on. If it wasn't that, it could have been an NES, Sega Master System, or a Sega Mega Drive, better known as a Sega Genesis. I recall my family, namely my older brother, renting an SNES and Super Mario World, which is surely the first Mario game I ever played. I remember watching my brother play as well as other people when they had the chance. I remember hearing the overworld theme and getting it stuck in my head. Surely that was one of the earliest incidents of me liking video game music. One of the key incidents I remember about Super Mario World, alongside watching my brother play it, and maybe I myself playing it a little, was bringing the rented SNES and Super Mario World over to my aunt's place, where I would stay overnight if my parents were going somewhere else. I remember trying to fit in sessions of Super Mario World before bedtime and during breakfast. I read the instructions that came with the game, looked at what the different items did, and learned about running with a Y button, which would help with jumping over big bottomless pits. And considering all this, let's not forget the game itself. Super Mario World is a classic 2D platformer that was a great launch title for the SNES and a showcase for Nintendo's amazing new 16-bit hardware, something I didn't really pay attention to as a kid until the Nintendo 64 and GameCube came out. The game features great, colourful 16-bit graphics, catchy music, some of the tightest 2D platformer gameplay in history, and many secrets. The game introduced the dinosaur Yoshi to the Mario universe. Riding that adorable creature and swallowing up enemies and so on was surely one of my favourite aspects of the game when I was younger. In fact, I still like it. I still play the game to this day. When the Game Boy Advance version came out, I just had to get it, and playing it on the small screen did nothing to alter my memories of playing the original. It mostly made me feel like a little child again. Overall, the discovery of home console gaming, video game music, and the Mario series, I owe it all to Super Mario World. It's one of my gaming memories.